today. So how are you doing, Maddie?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Today's topic, we're just going to be talking about like multi-passionate and like how difficult it is having multi-passions. So, I just want to thank everybody that has subscribed to us and has been listening to us on this journey. It's been really interesting. Just getting to know each other and
it's fun. Like actually sitting down and talking about these things or finding like new topics to talk about.
Yeah. Today we have a new wine, of course. It is from the Chocolate Cellar. I actually got this at Aldi. I think it was like $8 or so. It's supposed to taste like dark chocolate, so I guess we'll see.
Okay, let's see what it says. It says it's crafted from an elegant blend of the finest grapes. And then it's the Chocolate Cellar is balanced yet decadent. All right, let's see. I'm kind of nervous.
I'm really nervous about this one.
Let's see what it's like.
We went to the wine festival yesterday and we got to try, I don't know, like 25 to 30 different wines.
They have it every year where we're from. And a bunch of wineries from like Indiana, Michigan and stuff all come out. And it's a lot of fun. And you just day drink with your girlfriends.
Yep. And they had a bunch of food trucks there from Fort Wayne. It was just really cool. All right. So, like I said, for today's episode, what does it mean to be multi-passionate, Madison?
I think for me, being like multi-passionate, it just means like that you can't figure out what you like. You have so many different things that you like or interested. Like I know for me, there's so many things that I like to do or like that I find joy in, but also it's really hard to find something and then like stick with it. Yeah. Because I'll get bored really easily, or I'll find something new that I like.
Or just like pile onto your plate.
You like overdo yourself and then you have way too much to do. But I think that's where people like need to learn the balance of being like having multiple passions and wanting to do multiple things, which I think is great. Yeah. But also not realizing that we can't do everything or like how to go about doing all the things that we want to do and not just like rushing into it.
I think it just gets stressful. Like the more you think about it, it's like, what am I actually supposed to be doing in this life? Yeah. And then like growing up, I think college just pushed on us like so hard that we don't even have time to think about what we truly want to do. Yeah. I think the only two things that I have like truly known what I was supposed to do is just like be a mom and be a wife. Like I knew that that's what I truly wanted to do.
Really?
And then just like I've been artsy all my life. Like I don't know. I've just always been like creative, and I started out like doing hair, and I think it was just like I got to go to school and do something, so I'll go to school and do hair. But I ended up just not even liking it.
Really?
Liking to do it. But
did you like the like creative side of it, and you just didn't like the like job side of it?
Yeah. I think I liked like cutting hair more than like coloring, but cutting hair is not always like, where like the most money is.
Right. Yeah.
So it was just hard and difficult for me.
Yeah.
What about you?
So college was also pushed on me, which I think it's pushed on just a lot of people. Like you're supposed to graduate high school and then go to college. And so I went to college and I started as a political science pre-law major.
What the heck is that? You might want to explain that, Madison.
Well, it's just like the study of politics and understanding like all the different ways that you like the government works and things. And then I was going to go to law school. And then
Did you want to like run?
No.
Like eventually?
No, I think I just wanted to work and like
the law side of it.
Yeah, I really wanted to work in like Indianapolis and work at like the Indiana like the government building and stuff, but I don't know. I knew that I always wanted to make a difference. Like I always wanted to make an impact. So I thought like law school was the way to go, and then just make policies and like help delegate different things to make like changes. And then I realized that law school is really expensive.
Oh, yeah.
And really hard to get into and stuff. So I just was like, that's probably not for me. So then I changed my major to nursing, and then I changed it after nursing to healthcare administration. But I went back and forth between majors like so many times because I really like law and government. I really like healthcare. I really like business. I really liked social work. I had like a minor in philosophy. I really like that stuff. And so that was what was really hard about college, is like trying to like choose. This is what because people are taught like choose this one major, study it for 4 years, and then that's what you're going to do forever. But for me, it was like
scary. Like you're about to spend at least $25,000 on schooling. And if you choose the wrong major, like
how do you know which one you're truly meant to do or truly going to be happy doing? Or like, how do you know which jobs you can get when you graduate? Because that's even stressful itself.
It's like, do you go back and spend another $25,000?
Yeah.
If you wanted to change later in life.
Yeah.
Oh, scary. And I think like having kids now, I want to give them more options growing up, and not necessarily just college. Like you can go get a like trade or like be in a trade career or like anything you want to do, and you don't have to decide right after high school to go do that.
Right. But I think being like a woman is hard too. In general, just trying to pick a career, because some career fields are very like male dominant, or like women can be like scared to join something or like intimidated to pick something. So I think that can be hard too, like when women go to college or even just graduate high school and like want to do something, it's hard for them to say like, no, I want to be like a CEO one day, or I want to do this one day, but being like intimidated by the males.
Yeah, I would say like this day and age, like women are like really powerhouses and are doing really well. And I think the climate in the like job industry or whatever you want to call it, like it has changed. Like women are doing like just as good and working just as hard. But yeah.
I think it's like for me, when I try and think about what I want to do or what I want to spend my life doing, like it's taken me a while to realize that like my worth is not in my work. Like I don't get my joy from working. I mean, I get my joy from working, but like that's not going to fulfill my whole life.
Right.
So like to be able to go to work, which like have a job that I love, but also going home and like having like your like little craft business, you know, like finding things that actually like build your worth and like make you feel like joyful and accomplished.
Yeah. It'd be so awesome. And eventually we do want to get to that point of like the crafting being like my full time. Like that would be so freaking amazing.
Really?
And like just being here all day, like focus, doing Etsy or whatever. Having my own like website. That would be so freaking cool. But I have to work so hard to be able to get to that point.
Right.
And then I don't want to focus on that so much and then put like Nick's aside, because he has dreams and he has things that he wants to be able to do full time. But right now, like he's the like, is it the breadwinner?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So like he can't quit his job and focus on what he wants to do necessarily, because it would be hard on our household.
Right.
So
that's what's hard, I think, like trying to like you want to pursue your dreams, or like for me, like I wanted to start, like I've always loved mental health or talking about things like this. And so I wanted to start this, I think like 2 years ago or 3 years ago when I graduated college. I was really thinking about starting like a blog or something. And I was like so scared and so intimidated and just like worried about what everyone else was thinking. So I never started anything. And then, but like to be able to do something like this, but also like sacrifice, like you love to do this, but you need a real job that like makes money.
Right. And
so
it's
you're like, what do you take from, you know?
Because it's just like a big pie. Like your day is a big pie and you have to decide like what, like time you're giving this and this and this and this. And I don't know. It's really hard, especially like being a mom. Like I feel like sometimes I don't have time to do like my crafting stuff, or I don't have time to clean because I want to hang out with the kids. And then it's like I'm taking away And then it's like, do I take away that kid time or like my husband time and try to work on that stuff? So it's definitely hard.
Yeah. I think it's important to realize that, like, especially, so I know for me, like, I feel like I was raised to be a very, like, independent woman and be like, I'm a woman. Like, I can literally do anything. I'm, like, a badass girl.
Yeah.
But, like, also realize that, like, we're not machines. We don't have to be perfect all the time. Like, our life does not have to be perfect. We don't have to have, like, X amount of money. We don't have to have, like, X amount of things or whatever. So just realizing that, like, we're humans and we have problems and we have issues and we make mistakes. But, like, trying your best, like, just giving it your all if it's something that you're, like, truly passionate about and truly want to do. But I also get it from the side, like, I have so many things that I like and so many things that I want to do. It's hard to give 100% to all.
You are very similar. Like, you guys both have so many things that you like and want to do. So you guys don't have enough time in the day, truly.
Right.
All right. I just want to say, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that like button if you guys haven't already. We appreciate you guys just being here and hanging out with us.
Yeah.
If you guys ever have any questions, just get on our group and send us a message or post, and we'll be there. All right. I think the next one is just like when you are multi-passionate, it's just like finding like the career that you want.
That's what was so hard for me, like the law school. It wasn't that hard to, like, not go to law school.
Yeah.
Because it's so expensive and it's, like, really hard to get a good job, and I just, like, I don't think I would have done well, but
it's, like, overwhelming. Like, where do you start?
Yeah. But also, like, some days I really think about, like, going, like, not anymore really, but when I graduated with my bachelor's degree, I really thought about, like, going to law school, because you can still go to law school with, like, any bachelor's degree you can get in. Because there's so many things that you can do with a law degree. And, like, I truly really would want to do that. But also, like, just realistically, like, it's probably not the best decision. So then I was like, oh, I'll just go get my master's. So I went to school for a year for my master's. And I was like, this is not what I want to do.
Right.
And then I ended up going back to nursing school. So it's hard because I really love the business side, like what I do now. Like, I like that side. I like seeing the business side of healthcare, but I also really love the patient, like, care side and doing, like, the medical interventions and, like, all those things.
It's just like, what do you do?
Yeah. But I also love, like, being home, and I want to be, like, a mom one day and, like, have 100% attention to being a mom. But I also like doing this and, like, having this podcast and our Facebook and, like, all those things. So it's really hard, and I think there's so much pressure on people when they're young to, like, pick a career.
Do it now so you're set up for later.
But, like, at 18, you do not know what you want the next 40 years of your life to be like.
And there's so many things that change. Yeah. And even just, like, a couple years from being out of high school, you're just, like, actually realizing who you are as a person and who you want to be.
Right. And, like, what you want your life to live like. Yeah. So, like, for me, it was really hard to go from, like, what I was told my life should look like and what I want my life, like, what I want truly out of life and, like, what I want it to look like.
Right.
So that was hard, or that was, like, a big adjustment for me to realize, like, what I truly wanted in a career. And then for, like, nursing school, there's so many different things you can do as a nurse. Like, you could be a school nurse, you can work at a hospital, travel, you can be, like, a nursing home or doctor's office. There's so many things. So I think that's really what, like, led for me to go back. Yeah. Because I'm, like, one of those people, I'll get bored or I'll want to do literally everything. So I can, like, do something for, like, 5 years. Yeah. And then change, like, be a school nurse for, like, 10 years and then go be, like, a whatever nurse for 10 more years or whatever.
School nurse would be cool, like, especially when your kids are in school.
Yeah, that's what me and TJ's mom talked about it a lot. Because my schedule would be, like, the same as theirs, and I would also have, like, breaks off and stuff. That'd be so nice. Yeah. But I think, like, the struggle with that for me, I know even picking a degree or picking a career and then deciding to go back, like, being, like, having multiple passions, it's so scary for me to, like, tell people my passions or, like, even say, like, I'm really interested in going back to school or, like, I'm really interested in starting a podcast, like, because people just judge you, or I feel like people will judge me. Like, when I told people that I was starting this. I didn't even really tell my family or 2 days family. I just like started it and like basically just like let them find out themselves. Just because it's so like you just feel like people are always judging you, even though they're probably not.
No. And yeah, it's so crazy thinking about all that we do in a day and like what we should focus on. And like when I started crafting, I was like, oh, this is like getting so much fun. And then like now I am so busy with that. I'm like, oh my goodness. We are just trying to get to a point where we're just comfortable instead of working so hard to try and pay off this or like do this. And we want to get comfortable so that we can do those things that we are passionate about.
Right.
So
I feel like that's what's hard too. Like I know a lot of our friends have careers but are also very passionate about other things. But it's so hard like to like grind right now. Yeah. And like put in this time and put in all this effort and like your own money or your own things to like do other things. And then like right now we're really not getting anything out of it, or like we're not feeling like we are, but hopefully one day we will be, or you know,
we'll feel that like hard work actually pay off.
Yeah. But I also feel like, I know for me, I never feel like I'm done, or like I never feel like, I always feel like there's something I could be doing or something I could be trying or something I should be doing or all the things. So I just always like, I never have time to be like, you know what, I'm done with that. And that's what's also hard is like when you have so many passions and you want to do so many things, like you start a project because you're like, oh my gosh, I love doing this. And then you're like 2 weeks in or like a month in, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I really like doing this other thing. And then you forget about that thing that you just started a month ago. That's what happens to me. So then I'm like, wow, now I have all these little projects and they're all good projects and I like doing them all. But then you're like never ending projects and you're like, wow, I really need to like stick to one, finish one, and then move on or something like that.
Yeah. Nick's really bad about that. He just like will just forget about the project that he's even working on and we'll just move on to another one. And I'm like, you didn't even finish that one. Yeah. But
I think it's important too, like I know from that I need to like do this myself like with my personality, because I can be so shy and not even like shy. I just am like that girl that just sits there and like observes everyone and just doesn't really talk.
Like Jerica thought you were so mean the first time.
Yeah. But I like will talk. I just choose not to. I don't know. But I think that we need to like really embrace, because one of my friends I'm thinking of, she is like such a boss bitch, but you can tell that she has kids too and stuff. And she's like so good at like her job and stuff, but you can tell that she like literally has so many other passions or so many other things. And she has great ideas for like, she just has really good ideas at like work and like things. And like, I just wish that we could like embrace people like that more, or like people or like, you wouldn't know that I have so many ideas. There's so many things, but like just being like, you know, like I would love to hear your ideas, or like I would love to hear what you're actually passionate about. Right. I don't like, not always just asking about like your 9 to 5. Like I ask people like, what do you do for fun? Like, what do you actually enjoy doing? Like, is there anything I can help you with? Or like when I wanted to start this podcast, I was so scared and to do it. So I was like, reached out to Katie and I was like, would you do this with me? Like, because I think it's comfortable having someone else like there with you, or like start something with you. Like that's always a good option for people who are a little intimidated or scared to try something.
For sure. And like guests are always scared or like nervous to be on here, but once they're on here, they don't want to stop being on here. Yeah. They want to keep continuously like,
it's just like the
be our guest.
The vibe that you have when you're just like talking about your feelings, or like trying to talk about problems that other people care about but won't talk about. You know, it's like you have like an opening and you're like, wow, I can talk about whatever I want.
Right. Alrighty. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Okay, so the next one is that I would say just enjoy the season of life that you're in. I know I've had to like really learn this the past couple of months. And I really had to just realize that like
just with like nursing school and stuff.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so just nursing school and life, and just realizing like okay, for me, for the past couple months, it's just been really hard. And I've really had to realize, like, what I really want in my life. Like, I really want to get married. I really want to have a family. And I really want to, like, have the best life that I can that I didn't have as a kid. That I just want to set up a great life for my future kids or for my future in general. Like, I don't want to have to worry about the things I had to worry about. But also me, like, stressing about all of that now while I'm not married and I don't have kids, it's, like, not really doing me any good. I mean, it's motivating me to, I guess, like,
to, like, get it done.
Yeah, but also, like, there's no point in stressing about kids or stuff now that I don't have, or that, you know, that aren't going to happen this year or something like that. Like, just enjoying the season. Like, I found to just enjoy that I can go home with no kids and nothing, and, like, a clean, empty, quiet house. Yeah. Like, enjoy that, or enjoy the times that I can just go out with the girls, or, like, just enjoying that I'm still young and I can still do all these things.
Your life.
And
you still have to enjoy your life, even though you have responsibilities to get to.
Yeah. And I think that's hard when you have multiple passions or multiple things that you want to do or multiple jobs. Just sitting, like, taking a second and sitting down and, like, truly enjoying where you're at and not trying to overwork yourself. Because I think being multi-passionate, like, you can overwork yourself so hard.
For sure.
Because you want to, like, I want to do everything. I want to accomplish everything. I want to have so much money. Like, I want to do everything. But, like, I can't.
So much money.
But, like, I can't. So I just need to enjoy where I'm at.
Right.
Like, actually say, you know, what can I do to get to where I want to be, but, like, not overwork myself and not overstress myself.
Yeah. Work hard, but don't, like, overexert yourself.
Right.
I think is important.
And realize that it's okay to, like, not work 24/7 and not work to live. You need to live.
Right.
Like, you need to just live your life.
For sure.
And be happy.
And I think that's really hard on moms, especially moms with, like, younger children. It's hard because, like, right now, I'm, like, the only mom of, like, our friend group, pretty much. I mean, Jerica has kids too, and I think she probably feels this way, but it's just tough some days because you, like, get invited to stuff and then you, like, on the fly, and then you don't have somebody to watch the kids, or you just don't feel like you have enough energy to even go do that thing. And then you kind of just feel, like, left out, and you just feel sad, or just, like, you have your kids and then you have to clean up after your kids and, like, clean up after, like, the household, and it's just a lot on your shoulders some days. And, like, I work a full-time job, and then I have, like, the crafting thing, and I'm picking up socks after Nick all the time. And
it's just a lot.
It's just a lot some days.
Yeah, that's what I think, like, we need to give ourselves some grace. And I know that
credit.
Like, really be proud of yourself.
Right.
Like, I would
like,
never.
We're badass bitches, y'all.
Yeah, literally, like, and that's, like, we can literally do everything. And I hate, like, we literally can do everything. We can, like, there's women that can be CEOs. There's women that can, like, be a stay-at-home mom. Like, that in itself is a job. Like, I could never probably be a stay-at-home mom.
I did it.
It's literally
I couldn't
takes a special person. Yeah, it takes a special person. And I think that women need to, like, literally walk into a room and just, like, present yourself with confidence and be like, I'm a bad bitch. Like, I literally can do anything.
Yeah.
And I've had to learn that. And I think you do learn that just as you get older and you get in your career field or things like that. But I'm just realizing that, like, working full time and being a mom and doing all the things, like, you're a bad bitch. You literally, like, that's insane. Like, I get home from work and I'm tired and I don't have kids. Like, I literally, like, I tell TJ's sister-in-law all the time, like, I don't know how you do it. Because she has 2 kids. She, like, runs student housing. Like, her job is very demanding, but like, she's literally there for her kids. She like does everything for them. And like, and she just says, like, you just have to know what your priorities are and know when to, like, leave work at work or, you know, whatever. But, like,
it's weird when you have kids because you literally, you, like, no matter what, you have to do that.
Right.
Like, ultimately, that's your number one. Like, your kids are your number one. And taking care of them, I'm just like, oh, once I got them, and once they're in bed, though, Like, I'm fucking in that craft room doing shit and getting stuff done. And
but that's good. But like,
hard.
You're probably tired. You're like, I just want to go home. I just want to go to bed.
100%.
But like, you have all these dreams and goals and you work hard. And I think that like, you need to like be proud of that. Like, because some people don't do, like, some people literally just go to bed.
Right.
But like, if you're multi-passionate and you just have all these big dreams, it can be overwhelming sometimes, but I think it's worth it. Like, it's so, like, I love having new ideas or having new dreams or starting new things. Like, it makes me feel so like happy.
It's just good.
Yeah.
And another thing is too, I think sometimes it's worth sacrificing one of your things just so you could focus more on another thing. Yeah. Like Nick, he thinks he's gonna chop down these trees in our backyard, and I'm like, there's no way. You don't have enough time. Yeah. And I don't want you falling off a ladder and getting hurt forever, and like, you're not doing that. So let me like try and find somebody that will do that for us. And that's one thing off of your plate, and then you can focus on what you actually want to focus on. Right. But he thinks that he like wants to do that, and I'm like, no, like you're not taking that on.
Even like with like grocery shopping. Yeah. I love ordering groceries, and don't get me wrong, I enjoy going to the grocery store as well. Like sometimes it's nice to just walk around the grocery store and spend like your time there and just, you know, not thinking about anything. But to realize that like some weekends when we have a ton of plans and I'm like, you know what, on Sunday, like I don't want to have to wake up and go to the store and clean the whole house and do all the laundry. If I can just order the groceries and have them picked up, or at least groceries for like the next 3 days, or that will just get us by.
Oh yeah. It's like, nice when you're home and you're like, oh, we're out of this, and you just add it.
Right. But it's just like, doing that like saves you the 2 hours or whatever at the grocery store. And then you have so much extra time to do whatever else you actually enjoy doing. Like going on a walk with your family or...
That was so smart of like the grocery stores to fucking do that. Yeah. Good job, guys.
So I don't want people to be scared. And it took me a while to realize, even like through college, I always had what I was told as a kid I should live like. When I was like choosing my majors or choosing what I wanted to do, like that was always in my mind. Like I should have this amount of money, or I should be making this, and I should be doing this job. So these are the choices that I have. But really, you have every single choice. Anything. You can do anything. You don't even need to go to college. Right. Like you can literally do anything. And I don't think that like that's accepted enough. And I think people really need to just not be scared. And I get that it's like a lot to say instead of do, but like to not be scared to like truly follow what you're passionate about. Because if it makes you happy, like what I've had to learn is that like I'm the one living my life. Yeah. I'm the one that goes to my house every day. I'm the one that pays my own bills. No one else is living my life. No one else feels what I'm feeling. Yeah, I'm not living my life for like anybody else. So to like, don't be scared and just follow what you are truly passionate about. Yep. And if that means a million things like going to nursing school and working a full-time job and doing a podcast, then that's what then that's what fills, get that shit done. Then that's what fills your bucket. Like just fill your bucket. Make sure that you're not running on E. Like make sure you're giving yourself grace. But also like fulfilling yourself with what you want to do. Right. And don't do things to please other people because you will never be happy. I've learned that. Yeah. Never be happy. And then one day you'll just break and you'll just snap and then the whole world will come crashing down. Because you're not happy. And something will trigger you that one day and you'll freak out and then you'll have a breakdown. All right. She said it, folks. Yeah, that's right. All right. Guys, just make sure to comment below and just tell us what you're passionate about. Whether it be like hobbies, like your passions, what you want to eventually do with like your career. And we'll also post a question in our Facebook group and you guys can comment below there just to we would love to hear what you guys are interested in and if we can like help in any way or help with any advice or any questions, like we would love we're not licensed professionals. We would love to communicate with you guys and just give you advice from like our personal experiences. Like I said, like I went through the whole college thing, I've changed my major a bunch, like, you know, and we're just finding our way. So we would love to talk to you guys about what you're interested in. And just remember that people who love you will support you. 100%. All right.
And I think we're ready to try, or like, not try the wine. We have been trying the wine as we're going.
Katie's about done with her glass.
It was good.
It wasn't that bad, but I wouldn't. It's like a good, like, one little glass.
It's very, it's like sweet.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that. But it smells like chocolate weirdly, but it tastes like raspberry-ish.
I agree. It does taste like raspberry, but it smells like a chocolate bar.
Yeah.
But I'm actually not a huge fan of chocolate. I've never really liked chocolate. But
I'm sorry for you.
I know that's what everyone says, but I don't know. I've never liked chocolate.
Do you are you like a vanilla person?
Yeah, like a white chocolate. Like my mom for Easter always gets me a white chocolate bunny. That's what I'll eat.
Gotcha.
But I'll eat like a little, like every once in a while, like a little Hershey's Kiss sounds good or something like that. Yeah. But it's not that bad because it tastes like a little raspberry, like it has a little fruity.
Yeah.
Red
it's
taste.
Really interesting.
I would drink like a glass. I don't know if I would drink more than a glass.
It's like a desserty wine.
Yeah, it's definitely like an after dinner. You know, it'd be so good with some ice cream.
Yeah, it would be good.
Cheesecake.
Yeah,
it would be bomb with that. I'm gonna give it like a 4.
4?
Yeah, it's not my favorite, but it's not the worst.
I would say like 7.
Oh, it's high.
It's
on
pretty
your list.
good. It's better than like that French lick one that we had. Oh, you don't remember? Oh yeah, that was a few episodes ago, but it's pretty good. I like it a lot.
Yeah,
we'll have to go back to Aldi and get the chocolate cellar wine.
Yeah, it really wasn't that bad.
I think it's from Walla Walla, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even know where that is, but all right, guys. Thank you so much for listening and watching. If you're watching, go ahead and smash that like button.
That's right.
I've never done that before, but it just felt right. Just smash it.
And subscribe and go to our Facebook page. We'd love to have you guys and add and invite your friends. We really want to build a stronger community on there, and we're going to start being more active.
Or at least trying.
Yeah. And also go ahead and follow or go to Katie's Craft page. It's called Katie's Craft Space, right?
Yeah, we'll put a link down below.
There will be a link down below. Go to that. Get you some cups. They're really cool. I have too many of them. But she's really good at that stuff. So go help you grow out. And we will see you guys next episode. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.